Hello, everybody. This is Joel, aka Bourbon Dingo. Welcome to episode 24 of my second series on Let's Play Crusader Kings 2. During the last episode, we actually had a bit more happen than we're used to. I finally pressed the claims against England that I had, though I believe I may still have some. Just taking a look over here, we have a weak claim on the Duchy of Cornwall. Which I control the Duchy of Cornwall. There's no issue with that. County of Buchan up here. The only thing I have a strong claim on is the Barony of Urquharts. Maybe this one area up here. And as you can see... Wait a sec. What? Alright, let's go figure out where France is real fast. Figure out where the King of France is. Alright, apparently France is a theocracy. And he doesn't have a... Wow. France doesn't have an heir because the heir is chosen by the papacy. I'm going to have to pay really close attention to that because that is interesting. More than likely, whoever is allied with France will also be allied with the papacy. Or France will also be allied with the papacy, so that might be hard to actually press any claims into there. That'll be something to pay attention to. Let's get the clock started, just so that I'm not talking here without, actually accomplishing anything. Taking a quick look at our claims again, it's mostly stuff we're not going to press anyway. Our court chaplain is very good. Wow. We are going to arrest him. Head back in there. We're gonna demand his conversion, which he will use Fraticelli. I'm gonna pause real fast because I just saw something pop up. Duke Donnan, the Duke of Hereford, now favors Duke William as well. Duke Somerlin is also Duke William. Duke Rodbert favors Prince Edgar, and I believe that's because they're of the same dynasty. Taking a quick look at the inheritance laws. Right now, the heir is Prince Edgar. He very much dislikes me, and that's because he owns... Not only is ambitious, but I usurped his title, and that's a negative 100 right there. But very specifically, he wants the title of the Duchy of all these places that I just yanked from him. That's kind of interesting. Alright, get that started again. Reappoint our chaplain. Send him to improve religious relationships with the Pope. Alright, let's pause real fast because we had somebody just get... Yeah, they're trying to force claims here. We're going to go ahead and just keep lifting excommunications as they come along. And wow, he will not do it this time because he doesn't really like me that much. And there's not much I can actually do to make him like me more, which means he's just going to remain excommunicated. What will end up happening here is his heir is Doesn't control anything, so it's not the most terrible thing in the world. But alright, we have Duke Donnan of Hereford here, who really, really likes us. And I think I'm not going to imprison him. Mostly because I don't want to try to find someone else to take his place. That was one of the other big problems we had, was getting that to take his place. We have a revolt in Chester. We can probably just pull up our own personal troops. That'll be enough. Let's go ahead and bring them in here. We're going to make sure that I'm not actually involved in this army. This is a good way to get myself killed. In fact, like always, let's just go hunt down some people we don't like. I guess we kind of like everybody. There's only one person that has a problem with us. See, we're about to lose that center. It's interesting. I mean, it's understandable. I did just, you know, send my absolute worst leaders I had against them. So we're just going to pull the 3 best leaders I have for this small army. And as they get closer, we'll send these guys right back in. We easily cleared out their morale. Glance back over here, you can see that they're still at war with Norway. Just had a pop-up telling us that somebody is trying to claim a different area, but it's not going to matter because we're not actually in control of it. We just know that the plot is actually occurring. Which, in fact, that is a very good idea. Let's take a look at who we have. Glamorgan is still in prison. He's been there 20 years. Each of these people have been here 20 years. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and release her. That'll make everybody like me a little bit more. And she's been in prison for 21 years now at this point. Taking a look at the kingdom here, they are in a de jure war over Calatayud. And we also have a vassal inheritance warning. In Ossory here, and I'm not sure how this works. King Edgar of England is about to inherit Ossory. I'm really unsure. Oh, no, a barony within Ossory. She is young enough to have children, she just hasn't had any yet. Is she married to someone who's celibate? No. So she should have a child here shortly. It's a regular marriage, so any children she has will be not of our dynasty. I'm not sure how that happened. Alright, we have a new duchess. The absolute worst, we'll lose control of a castle within this area. Alright, apparently the Bishop and King Edgar don't like each other that much. Take a look at him again. I don't believe... I can declare a lot of wars that are de jure claims, but I don't think I can declare any wars... with the exception of putting someone else in the area. Alright, we've been asked for an embargo war again against Pisa. I'm actually going to just ignore all of these unless I feel I really have a reason to. Taking a look at the Republic trade zones, you can tell they're trying to push that group off of. Alright, we have stolen some technology. As you can see here, Gotland is actually spreading quite nicely, but I believe there's more money down here. Genoa controls almost all of this. Let me go ahead and set that away. I'm not sure that... And she just passed away. So let's go ahead and pause real fast. Because what I want to look at here is swing in and see if it's actually under his control now. So I'm not even sure what it was that was going over there. And I guess it was somebody that just looked like her that passed away. Alright, there's quite a few of these that we could press claims on just in a de jure way. We have a new faction popping up, and that was one of the things I was going to look at, was this faction. We've got a 15% claimant here, and this is Duke of Galloway, and he wants to be King of Scotland. There's very little we can do there. His heir likes us, but that's because he's ambitious. Once his heir takes over, his heir will have the same problem. So need to watch him just in case. For both of these, I'm still going to let them move along. I think I might finally just tell him to end the plot and get over it. Alright, one of our courtiers passed away. We've got some money. I'm going to go ahead and go on a improving streak. As you can see, we got a second city built up there. Trying to make us some money. Like always, I'm going to try to keep this above 500. Alright, what do we have here? Oh, this is where Ednoin is, the guy who is surviving just forever. His heir is a son of... Okay, there we go. Alright, we had the Duchess of Cornwall has been banished from Duke Pandolf. Did he just banish his own wife? He banished his own wife, who was still in Cornwall. So I'm not sure exactly what is going on with that. Alright, we got an issue over here where they're finally starting to assault these lands. There's now a Queen of Denmark. Queen Maren of Denmark. Married to... Okay. We have one heir currently. It's genius. They'll actually have a good ruler. Taking a look at Norway. King Severin here really isn't that good of a leader. He's also a dwarf. His heir doesn't have any abnormalities, but he's not turning out too hot. Ruthenia is spreading. Just once again, it's starting to connect from the north parts of Ruthenia down to the south parts. There's still issues going on here in the Holy Roman Empire. I'm still absolutely just flabbergasted that the Kingdom of France is now a theocracy. Even better, that the capital of the Kingdom of France is in Castella Branco in the Iberian Peninsula. We have gained a Fraticelli heresy in the province of Buchan. So we're going to pause. Go ahead and pull up our religious map here. As you can see, we got these lines right here, and that's showing us that there's a heretic stronghold. What that does is that increases our revolt risk, which is up to about a 10% revolt risk currently. And that means we'll be dealing with lots of revolts. So what I'm going to do is we're going to send our marshal there to suppress revolts. At the same time, I'm going to send my court chaplain in to convert the populace. Taking just a quick look at the people ruling, we're going to pull up my search bar here. I didn't really pay attention to what time I started this episode, so I'm gonna try my best to make sure that this is running for the correct length of time. We're going to search our realm only. And going up and down, you can see that nobody in our realm is not Catholic. I'll search vassals real fast, make sure I'm not missing anything. So everybody's Catholic, which means that none of my vassals or any important people are actually Fraticelli. It's just a small area that is. Alright, we're going to pop back up here. Alright, we just had the Duke of Moray has passed away and left it to Duke Anarad, who loves us. He's content. Yeah, he's a fairly good vassal. Alright, we got some buildings being built, so let's go figure out where Rudlian is again, and Rudlin, and we got almost 400. I'm going to go ahead and build the large keep. Alright, Somerset is now suffering from smallpox. Taking a look up here, they've been fighting this war for a very long time now. I wish it would tell me the actual date that war started. If anybody, there we go. Started in 1194, so this has been going on for almost 16 years now. Yeah. And they're close to settling it. Alright, we got some fighting going on in here, and this is Oxford's War for Oxford. Interesting. Alright, to report that the majority of the population has been converted. So we gained some piety, and the Pope likes us a little bit more for going out of our way. We're going to actually send Steward just to go research some economy tech. We're going to bring our chaplain back in to keep researching some culture tech. And I don't think I want to try to press any claims. What I may still be tempted to do is go ahead and attack Wiltshire, and then just see if I can't convince. No, I can't. I don't know. I'm gonna hold off on that. All right, the capital of France has moved, and now we're at Bishop Thomas of France. One thing it does do to France is they're not going to have a very like strong dynasty leading France. All right, taking a quick glance, I can't even see. This is Gotland? Yeah, the Hansa League. I don't even know where that's at anymore. It appears to have been eaten up for as far as I can tell. Alright, we got some people being imprisoned. We have a duke that favors himself as the King of England. And it's not a big deal. Fatimids are still looking fairly powerful. The Umarids look very powerful right now. Still waiting for the Byzantine Empire to reform. But no biggie there. Appears that Venice has taken some more area here on the boot. And Sicily. The King of Sicily, where is he located? It's right there. Okay. They've raised, I don't know if they raised or lowered the crown authority. Alright, we got smallpox basically everywhere. What I don't understand is we've already changed the religion over, and my guy has been over there, and he is like a negative 20% revolt risk. I'm not sure how. They just started a revolt in Buchan. Oh well. Go ahead and... This is kind of sad if this is the amount of troops I can pull from 4 territories. Alright, let's go ahead and throw in some of my better soldiers. Alright, we've been asked by Venice to attempt to embargo Pisa again, and I'm going to decline. I'm probably just going to keep declining that for a very long period of time. Okay, the revolt is over. We lost about 250 troops. Duke Angus of Somerset has inherited. He is... he is content, and that works for me. Alright, we have somebody, one of our spy masters has found out that one of our kinsmen wants to kill somebody. I think we'll just help end the plot. Get over it. There's a rebellion happening in Warwick. And I don't think Tyrconnell over here is actually going to hold out too much longer. Or waiting. Let's take a quick look at de jure kingdoms. As you can see, nothing's really bleeding over here. England still appears to be holding on to who they have. The Byzantine Empire has reformed, losing a little bit of land right around here and over here. They're still in war, I'm assuming. Alright, and now my king has finally become infirm. And my spy master has become my regent. Yeah. They're in war currently with this group right here. So this will be taken back. Now we just have to see how long my incapable king lasts. We're now in control of 2 less provinces than we can normally handle. Taking a look down at my heir, he'll be fairly decent. My grandson, however, will not be. What I want to look at real fast while we're waiting here is take a look and see if anyone else of his family turned out well. Really doesn't appear to be. I may honestly change over to an election or go on a killing spree and try to take out 3 of my children. But right now, the inheritance will go through to Gilbride here. I would have to change to an elective. We're going to jump the speed up real fast. Alright, my king has passed away, right as I said that. So let's pause again. I'm going to swing in. And I was about to spend some money and put some down, but we're going to go ahead and do that. As you can see, we have a negative 78 prestige. Not sure that's too great. But, and he doesn't like us enough to lift that. We have some unlanded sons. I have 2 areas I need to get rid of, so I may just go ahead and make them barons of those 2 castles I have. In fact, I think I will do that exactly. Let's go ahead and make one of them the Baron of Haverford. We'll make the other the Baron of Ryder. Brought me back down to 6 of 6. Still says I have some unlanded sons. And like I said, this son is absolutely great. I would elect him in a moment. And if I survive for 10 years, because I'm fairly old, even now, if I survive for 10 years, I may change over to an elective system. Alright, we have a few de jure claims I can press, and if I really wanted to, I could start picking away at England, considering that I no longer have a truce with them. But I think I'll hold off on that for now. Let's take a look and see what I inherited. I have the county of Lancaster, which meant that I was up here, I believe. Yeah, so what I need to do is actually give someone else a county. And what I may do is give him a county, because he's actually a very good ruler. So we're going to grant him the county of Lancaster. And I'm going to go ahead and he absolutely just loves us. I'm going to transfer the vassalage of my son over to him. Then we're going to go ahead and appoint these guys. Just to make sure that the Pope likes me, I'm going to send him down here to start working on making the Pope like me. We're going to send our... We're going to check first. Got a couple people that are better options. We're going to send our spy master into the capital of England, start stealing some technology from them. And since we're not excessively young, but I think I might have enough time to maybe pull a couple of claims. We're going to start in Winchester. We'll see if we can offer her vassalization. And we can't. It says we're not her de jure liege, but I swore we were. But alright, that leaves me with one unlanded son, so I may consider, after all is said and done, building a barony and handing it off to him. We have one person that we could yank stuff from. If I really wanted to, but he doesn't really dislike us that much, so I'm going to go ahead and leave him alone. I'm going to get the clock started again, and like I said, I'm going to move it kind of fast. Alright, we have some people, like my brother here, who's trying to gain support for claims on thrones. My wife wants a hunting bird, so we're going to go ahead and give her a... I'll give her a falcon. Alright, and my son became court chaplain for my other son. Alright, some more things are being built here and there. As you can see, our prestige is still fairly low. While we're waiting, I'm going to take a look and see if I can't run a feast or something. I can hold a... Need 500 prestige. That's not really going to happen. Ednoane is just going to survive forever, it appears. Alright, we have the Duke of Moray pass away, and now we have a new Duke of Moray, who doesn't really like me that much. That's great. Alright, let's take a look here. I'm going to pause real fast. And before I let you guys go, I'm going to take a look and see what sort of faction power we have behind some of these factions. We've got a big one right here, this 20%. That's my brother. There's not much I can do for that. We've got some lower crown authority, though that one doesn't have much power. Need to keep an eye on a few of those, just to make sure he doesn't gain anything. We have some plots, basically. We're gonna go through and just tell people to quit it. Well, for as much as people will actually listen to us. Well, we have a new king, and I don't know how long he'll actually be around. Appears our heir may be close to passing away himself. He's both ill and stressed. And if that's the case, it basically turns to this guy right here. And we're going to see if we can't grab the ability to, and we can't. Wonderful. Alright, well, in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys go. And when we come back, we'll see just how well we can actually handle this king taking over for the previous one. Alright, guys, well, I'm going to let you go. And I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.